Okay, so I've made this video 3 times, so I'm kind of mad, but I'm going to teach you how to catch more fish on an A-rig. So it is cold outside, temperature's starting to drop, and on TVA lakes, that means an A-rig and a jerkbait and a little crankbait are shmoney. So this is a Yum Flash Mob Junior quarter-ounce head size. And in Kentucky, you can only have 5 blades. I only have 4 on here and 5 hooks. 5 hooks is the max in Kentucky. And they make these in all different sizes. You can get them in ½ ounce. You can get them in 1 ounce. It's kind of hard to find them. But first thing I like to do on these is bend these wires out because they normally come straight. And 1, you'll get a lot better hookup ratio. 2, widens it out so it gives it not a bigger profile but more of a spaced out profile, if that makes any sense. And 3, you won't get these tangled up as much like in itself, because if you make a long cast, sometimes they'll hook like that and it ruins the whole cast. But in this video I'm gonna go over rod, reel, line, and how I fish it. Now this is a quarter ounce. I'm using 1/8 ounce heads. You can use lighter, you can use heavier. I like 1/8 ounce. And this is a quarter ounce. Now this will all weigh out to around 7/8 of an ounce or an ounce, depending on how big of swim baits you put on here. But the regular size ones can go up to like 1.5 ounces if you put 5/8 ounce on here. You can get pretty hefty. But I like to bend those wires out. And TVA lakes, this is one of the best fish catching baits that you can throw. And just fish bite it, big fish. I've caught 2 or 3 fish at a time on these, if you can find a good sized school of them. But I'm going to show you the baits that I put on these right now. And the bait of choice that I have are my favorite swim baits right now at the moment. These Keitechs. These are Keitech Easy Shiner 4-inch. That's like a smoking blue. That's just like a smoke purple and chrome. And then I'm going to teach y'all a secret. This is my kicker, I call it, my kicker bait, okay? So the majority of the time I throw an A-rig, I have a kicker color, okay? Whether that be a blue, a purple, a solid white, just any color that does not match the rest. And the reason for that bait, 90% of the time that I've caught fish on A-rig has been on that different color bait. There's something about it, it just looks different, okay? And, sometimes I'll put on like a bigger swim bait or a smaller swim bait on that. Just kind of depends what kind of mood I'm in. And this smaller one, I'm normally fishing around main lake points, okay? Main lake points. And then in between 2 main lake points, like in a creek channel, right? In a decently deep creek channel. I'm normally fishing these anywhere from 10 to 20 foot. And you're not fishing these on bottom. These are for suspended fish. If you're fishing 15 foot, I like to keep mine anywhere from 15 or from 10 to like 13 foot, just depending on how high the fish are off the bottom. If they're on the bottom, I'll throw a drop shot, Ned rig, something like that. But these are really good. They catch a lot of fish, even in the dead of winter time for some reason. But I'm going to put these baits on, talk a little bit more about it, and yeah. So that quote-unquote kicker color that I talked about, I would normally put it on the one that is in the middle, the farthest back, just something like that. And like this right here, I'll show you if I can get this untangled. It's like tangled and everything. Oh God. This is normally what my finished product is gonna look like. Looks kind of funky, but that looks a lot better in the water. And you need to generally try to rig the swim baits as straight as you possibly can. So the rod I'm going to use is anywhere between a 7 foot and a 7.6. I normally like to throw a 7.3 or 7.6, just depending on how bulky your rod is. Now, this is going to sound really weird because a lot of people, especially if I throw a 7.6 or 7.3, I like to throw a medium action. Now, that sounds really soft, but it's the same thing as throwing a crankbait or a jerkbait or a spinnerbait. You don't want a super stiff action because on this, you're not ripping the hook real hard like you would a jig. You're not jig hook setting. You're kind of like a crankbait, you just kind of lean into it. Give it a little pop and lean into it. And normally, if you have good sharp hooks, that works. I'm using Castaway and Dobyns rods right now. I'm throwing a 7.3 skeleton. I'm throwing a 6.3-1 Daiwa Tatula with these lighter ones. I'm throwing 17-pound fluorocarbon. Now the heavier ones, I'll bulk up to a 7.6 rod and throw 20-pound fluorocarbon. Now if you're throwing in a place with a lot of brush and stuff and you're worried about it getting snagged, throw a 25-pound. Okay. I have been throwing these on a swim bait rod, a 7.6 deep swim bait rod by Denali. Perfect. Threw a bunch of different baits on that. Real soft action on it. But that's just going to help with your hook sets, and you won't lose as many fish on a lighter action rod. I don't know if y'all knew that or not, but you won't lose as many crankbait, jerkbait, anything. You won't lose as many fish at all with a lighter action rod. And, like I said, main lake points, main lake creeks, stuff like that, riverbanks, stuff like that, Trunk Rock, see a school of fish. You can basically fish these however you want to. That's going to be the video for tonight, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. Got any questions? Leave them down in the comments. Let me know. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. Whatever works. If you want to contact me about baits, contact my bait Instagram or my main Instagram, and I'll transfer you over to my bait one. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all later. Peace.